That's some good ass transformation. Hey, what you thought about that? It's pretty nice. I'm fucking going to use that probably way more than what people think. I didn't actually expect that this episode is going to be way more important to Tyre's lore. But hey, color me surprised because I really enjoyed it. We finally got to hear about Tyre's first delivery. And I don't know why. Maybe it's just like we don't have enough context yet. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. With Tyre getting a job delivering some sort of data to a tech company for a new cleaning system, and the CEO being scared that that data could get stolen, so he requested from Tyre to deliver that data. Right now, without context, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Why the fuck the CEO of a big conglomerate of energy would just choose a high school student? It could appear to be two things. Some sort of a family connection. I'm not saying that the CEO is his dad, but he literally can be like, I don't know, a second stage uncle or something, and just, hey kiddo, here's some money, just deliver that. Or it could be because of Tyre's academics career, because later on in the episode we actually get to see a picture of Tyre and the CEO when Tyre was young. So from the little bit of Japanese media that I've watched, it looks like he's wearing like a high school uniform, so it would make sense in my opinion. And also it kind of also makes sense because Tyre seems to be a very smart dude, mainly because hey, he can fix up an alien and make alien cars that would work with the big robot alien, and like the transformation devices, like he made all of them, so it kind of makes sense. But I actually really liked that we are slowly like getting Tyre's story, but we just don't have the context to everything. So it's like, okay, he was there when Bundarios landed. Why? Why he was wearing like pretty much a pit crew gear? Why the CEO chose Tyre to deliver that data? We don't know yet, but at least we know that Tyre was at least doing something. And I love the interaction between Tyre and the CEO, still kind of thinking of him as like a young kid, calling him boy, you know, come on kiddo, what'd you say? How's the kids down there? It's like, bro, I'm like 27. I'm no boy anymore. But I love that we got to see that old interaction, specifically because the CEO has requested Tyre to actually make a delivery for him. And that is a one-of-a-kind Boon Red plushie to a sick kid. For fuck's sake, is this CEO not a good guy? Like, come on, like we need to hate the guy in the suit. Well, why the fuck he's doing the nice thing? And he's also like, he would give the money to the fucking charity? Oh, what a fucking nice dude. Oh, that's not like going to be, he's not going to be connected to the monster of the week. Okay, fine. From time to time, Tokusatsu, specifically Super Sentai, can surprise me. I like Tyre's mission, specifically it's just this simple ass mission. It's not this big espionage of, oh my god, you need to deliver this data without anyone noticing you. How much? For fuck's sake, Tyre in his big dumb red car. It's like, no one would notice me.
Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm dummy thick, and the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
I liked it. I don't know. And I love that in the end, how much I really think it's kind of confusing, and maybe some of you can help me. Like, Tyre delivered the plush to the kid, and he came in and like he had the car and the kid likes the car. He came in as Boon Red. And then like the CEO heard about that, like he got the cell phone call of it. He's like, oh yeah, like Tyre came in with the plush, but he came in as Boon Red. And like the CEO was surprised. He was like, aren't like the Boonboomgers like totally like out and about as them being Boonboomgers? Because like I remember like fucking Mirror just like transforming and saving people and like giving people like greeting cards with her being a Boonboomger. Is it just like fucking Mirror? Is Mirror the only one without a secret identity? Which, tell the truth, could be funny. But it is kind of weird. So it's like, oh, like maybe some of them do, maybe some of them don't. Maybe just the CEO hasn't been watching the news, so he doesn't know who the fuck is Boon Red. Could be. But like overall, like this part of the episode was really fun and like heartwarming, and I truly like enjoyed seeing more of Tyre's story. Again, needs more context, but for now it's actually great. While we got ourselves our new leader of at least our Hashirian trios for the next couple of bits, I actually did like that we are weirdly going kind of like in a different direction with like the monster squad, with like our villain group. And it's like, it feels like if you combine, okay, you have their Hashirian trios, they're very much like the free comedy relief. If we kind of disconnect Yarukar, they are the thing that kind of makes the monster grow. And we have kind of like the two kind of like semi-gimmicky kind of characters, specifically with, I forgot her name, but the girl Hashirian is the one that makes the monster kind of monsters. So we are like having pretty much like the dude that is just kind of like the punk, and you have the girl that makes the monster, you have like Yarukar that is pretty much makes the monster grow, then we have Mad Rex and he's like this big brooding tough guy, and now we have our new member that we are being introduced to from the Hashirian clan, and that is Cannonborg, being the head of modification, which I like it. It's car theme, it's racing theme. I like that he's a doctor, and I kind of like that Yarukar is like, man, that's a fucking step down from fucking Madrex. Madrex was cool. You're just a fucking weirdo. Like, I like it. I like that we're like looking at it and it's like, like, yeah, one is smarter than the other, but like the other one was kind of strong. It's like, what's the difference between you and them? You and him? I like that he also like had a roll call. He's like, you don't know who I am? Okay, I'm gonna fucking tell you. And it's like an actual roll call and not like, hey, I'm a fuckhead. Go fuck yourself. I'm Mad Rex. But him being a scientist type of character kind of would bring us probably more monster types. Maybe the monsters of the week would get some sort of a new look. They're getting some juice, which is nice. Getting more juice is great. Hey, like if you ask Ronnie Coleman, more juice is better. And probably we're going to get our Evil Bundarios Bunderas copied, because pretty much since Zengaiger, I think, no, since Kirame Ranger, we've been getting like evil version of the mecha. We had like the Tyrannosaurus Rex, like the black one, and then we had like both Stay Caesar and I think Hakaiser's fucking robos. We had in Zekachus, we had two. In Dawn Bars, we had like Don Murasame's, Don Mech, forgot how we called it. And in King Oger, we got King Oger Zero. So it's very much like, it's a tradition that they're like Toei's keeping, because hey, it makes them money, so it kind of makes sense. Again, overall, like Cannonborg looks like a really fun character, and like overall this like episode was just fun. Like, tell the truth, like I really enjoyed it. It didn't have a lot of like big story element. We are getting introduced to things that are going to be important to the story, but we're not like, oh my god, look at this big story development, look at this one, look at this one. It's like, no, Boonboomger is taking its time. Again, it's doing the Dawn Brothers approach. It kind of does the King Oger approach, but I kind of think in a better light because it's like, okay, it's taking the specific approaches of like the past kind of Reiwa era Sentai seasons, and it's doing it in its own way, and it's like, okay, slow. Let's kind of not like go pedal to the metal. Yeah, it's a fucking car theme. Yeah, that's nice. So yeah, like I really enjoyed this episode. This episode gets a fucking egg. I don't know what other people think, but this was a completely solid episode that had really great fight scene, weird fucking monster, but it was genuinely a blast to watch. And also, like, Go On Red is just going to be next week's episode. I'm sorry, but it's like, it's fucking weird. I just like, Speedo is just going to be there, and like, Speedo is somehow going to connect to Go On Red is going to be there. Like, I'm probably going to make a bunch of jokes from like the weird two-world samurai and RPM crossover, because it seems like Go On Red is not going to take off his helmet, or it's a fucking beat and it's going to be funny. I don't give a shit. So, what you thought about Boonboomger's episode 11? Comment below, let me know. Thank you very much for watching the video. Subscribe to my channel if you already didn't. Thank you very much and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.